Welcome to our channel. In this video, we'll show you how to create a stylish and functional calculator using HTML and CSS only. You'll learn how to structure the HTML code for the calculator layout and add CSS styling to make it look great. We'll also cover how to use CSS grid and flexbox to create the calculator buttons layout. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced web designer, you'll find this tutorial helpful in improving your front-end development skills. So grab a cup of coffee and let's dive in. The first line, doctype HTML, declares the document type as HTML. The HTML element wraps the entire document and declares the document's language as English. The head element contains information about the document, including the title, character set, and viewport settings. The title element sets the title of the document, which appears in the browser's title bar. The link elements import an external style sheet and a Google font for the document. The body element contains the visible content of the document. The div element with the class calculator wraps the entire calculator. The div element with the class calculator top contains the calculator's top section. The div element with the class calculator heading contains the calculator's title. The h1 element with the class calculator title displays the calculator's name. The div element with the class calculatorson container contains a container for the calculator's battery icon. The div element with the class calculatorson battery displays the calculator's battery icon. The div element with the class calculator screen container contains a container for the calculator's screen. The input element with the class calculator screen is the calculator's screen where the inputs and results are displayed. The div element with the class calculator keyboard contains all the buttons for the calculator. The button elements with the class clear btn, %, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and equals are the number and operation buttons on the calculator. The button element with no class contains a SVG icon for a square symbol. The button elements with the class button typeless, divided by, times, and n- are the operation buttons for addition, division, multiplication, and subtraction respectively. The SVG element inside the button element with the class button contains a path that defines the shape of the square symbol. Finally, the closing body and HTML tags complete the HTML document. In summary, this HTML code creates a simple calculator with a basic layout and button functionality. The CSS code for the calculator applies a variety of styles to different elements to create a modern and stylish appearance while maintaining its functionality. For the body element, the padding, margins, and height are set to 0, while a linear gradient background image is applied. This ensures the calculator is centered and takes up the full viewport height. The calculator element is given a width of 300 pixels with a minimum width of 300 pixels for shrinking on a lesser resolution. The box sizing property is set to border box, and padding is added to the top and bottom of 20 pixels and 25 pixels on the sides. The calculator's background color is black with a border radius of 20 pixels, and the text color is set to white. The calculator screen class sets the background color to gray and the width to 100%. A display of block is set, and the box sizing is set to border box with no border. The text is aligned to the right with a font size of 40 pixels, and the padding is set to 10 pixels. The screen has a border radius of 5 pixels. The button class applies a font size of 30 pixels and a border radius of 7 pixels, with no border or padding. The display is set to flex, with the justify content and align items set to center. The outline is set to none. The calculator keyboard class sets the display to grid, with grid template columns set to repeat 4 times with 1 fraction of the available space. The gap between grid items is set to 15 pixels, ensuring that the buttons are evenly spaced. For the calculator heading class, the font family is set to Slabo 27px, serif, which gives the calculator a unique and stylish font. The calculator top class sets the display to flex, with justify content set to space between, and align items set to center. This ensures that the elements in the top section of the calculator are evenly spaced and centered. The calculator title class sets the font size to 25 pixels and the margin to 0, ensuring that the title is centered and not too large. The calculatorson battery class sets the width to 100 pixels and the height to 30 pixels, with a border radius of 3 pixels. The background color is set to brown, and a repeating linear gradient background image is added to give the sun battery icon a unique and modern appearance. A box shadow is also added to create a 3D effect. The calculator screen container class sets the margin to 20 pixels on the top and bottom with a border radius of 5 pixels, ensuring that the screen is centered and has a subtle rounded edge. For the button typeless class, the grid row is set to span 2, allowing the button to occupy 2 rows in the grid. Finally, the clear btn class sets the background color to #7ob0cb, which gives the clear button a distinct appearance from the other calculator buttons. Overall, the CSS code for the calculator uses a combination of padding, margins, display properties, font sizes, and background colors to create a modern and stylish design. The use of box shadow, gradients, and border radius properties adds depth and dimension to the calculator buttons, screen, and sun battery icon. By utilizing CSS grid and flexbox, the code creates a well-organized layout for the calculator buttons, ensuring they are evenly spaced and aligned. The clear button is given a unique color to make it stand out from the rest of the buttons, allowing users to easily identify it. You can find source of this video in my GitHub, I share it on description. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I'll do my best to respond. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.